Hi everyone, now I'm going to teach you guys on how to connect database in VB.NET using MySQL Workbench. So first of all, you should have MySQL Workbench in your PC or laptop to connect it with your Visual Studio, and you also should have a connector to connect MySQL Workbench and VB.NET. So you have to download it from Google. So here I've downloaded it from Google, and in a zip file it will call it as MySQL for Visual Studio 1.29 not installed. So if you extract the file means you will get these things 1404v something like this. So the thing that we're going to use in Visual Studio is this one, that we're going to use this mysql.data.dll. Okay, after that I'm going to teach you guys on how to create database in MySQL Workbench. So this is the interface of MySQL Workbench. If you want to add a database or a scheme into your MySQL Workbench, you have to click the icon over here to add database to your scheme. So if you click here, you can see something will show like this. So you can name your database or scheme as you want. So now I'm going to name it as sample database 2. So I can apply it, so it will insert it in your database. So it will execute SQL statement. After that, you can see in navigator that sample database 2 has been created. So here you can add tables, functions, views, store procedures. So now in this case I'm going to add tables to connect it between my MySQL Workbench and VB.NET. So I will teach you guys on how to create tables in MySQL Workbench. In tables, you have to right click and you have to click create table, and then it will show something like this, and you can name your table as you want. So now in my case I'm going to name it as table 1. After that, I'm also can add some columns in my database. So here I'm going to add employee ID column. It should be it should be int, and it should be primary key, and it should not be null. And after that I'm going to add name. I'm going to add name. Oops, sorry. I'm going to add name, and it shouldn't be null. And after that I'm going to add surname, and it shouldn't be null too. It's varchar 45. And after that I'm going to add age, and it should be int, not varchar. So if you want to change this, you can click the data type of the age, and you can click the drop down. So it'll be so many choices to you to choose which one you want. So in my case I'm now going to choose int, and it shouldn't be null. So I can apply it. After applying it, I can see the SQL statement has been executed. After that, you can view your table by clicking this drop down, and it will be created as table 1 over here in your navigator. So right click on it, and if you select rows means you can view your table over here. So see, here's your table with employee ID, name, surname, and age. So you can drag it like this to larger the column, so it will be easy for you to type your names. Okay, so you can easily also add over here whatever you want. Your age. So you can click apply it, so it will be saved in your database. Here, this is the tutorial for MySQL Workbench. After that, I'm going to teach you on how to connect your MySQL Workbench and your VB.NET. So here you have to go to your Solution Explorer. You have to design your form like this. First of all, you have to design your form like this. You should put 4 labels, 4 text boxes, and 3 buttons Okay, and I named the label as label ID. The name of this label is LBLFN. LBLF LBL name. So I'm going to change it as LBL name, and the text is name, and this one is surname, and this one is LBL. So if we change the name, it will be easy for you to identify which label I'm going to use for your code. This one is going to be LBLH, and the text box name also is green text is text H, text LN, text FN. This is text txt sur txt. This one is txt name, and this one is txt id. Okay, and this is btn insert button update, this button delete. So this is my form. This is how my form is going to look like. And okay, if you click in your insert button, means first of all in your coding you have to import your MySQL data, MySQL client. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys on how to connect VB.NET and MySQL Workbench. So now you have to go to Solution Explorer, and you have to right click on your project. After that you have to add some reference. So you can browse the connector that I showed you before that you should install in your PC. Here you have to install MySQL data DLL to your VB.NET. So I have to add it here, and you have to click and unclick these both so you can add it to your. So actually I've already added this, so it's showing a reference, so you can have it added. So I'm going to cancel it. So here we are going to continue. First you have to put this import MySQL data MySQL client to import the package from MySQL Workbench. So first you have to click this insert button so you can put some code in it to make it function. So here you should create a variable dim connection as MySQL connection, and you also should create a MySQL command variable dim command as MySQL command. Actually this is no need, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, after that you're going to put some code in your insert button. So inside the block you should declare the connection equals to new MySQL connection dot connection string. So this one is this thing is this about that you're connecting between VB.NET and MySQL Workbench. So the server localhost, the user ID, root, password, you can see it over here. So let me show you guys where you can find those things. Workbench. Sorry, Workbench. Okay, here if you click it, you can see it over here. This is your user ID, and this is your server, and this is your port number. So here the server is localhost. In my case, my server is localhost, and my user ID is root, and my password is 123456, and my database name is, you can see it here, the database that we created. So in my case, the database that I created is database 3. In my case, the database I created is database tree. This one, and my table is database. So we have to declare the database, and after that you have to create a try catch block. You have to create a catch block, and you should open the connection. So you should declare connection dot open, and you also should create a query variable which is string to make the query function to make it function. So in this query I put insert into database tree the database employee ID, name, surname, age, values, text, and I declare my text boxes over here for the text boxes that I created over here. So you should insert into database name. This is your database name and this is your table name. So these are your column names that you created over here. So here you can see your column names: employee ID, name, surname, and age. So that you should insert the column name that you created in your database. After that, you should declare command. Command is equal to MySQL command, and in your bracket you should declare query that you created over here and the connection name. So after that, you also should put put a variable of MySQL data reader, and you should equalize it with command dot execute reader. So if you want to know that your data has been inserted or not, you can create a message box dot show. In bracket you can put any strings that will show that your data has been inserted. So I put data saved. So after that you can close your connection, and yeah, after that so I'm going to run the program to show you guys how my program is work. So wait for a while. So here I already have employee ID 1 to 4. So employee ID is primary key, so it shouldn't be same with the other employee ID. So I'm going to use 3 over here, and name as Tanam, and surname is SVJ, and age is 20. So if I click insert means, so it will show data saved. So now you can check at your MySQL Workbench. So you should refresh it. So now you can see the data that has been inserted in MySQL Workbench. So after that, I'm going to show you guys on how to update the data in our MySQL Workbench. So here is some code. In this case, you can just copy paste this whole coding, because the coding that I'm showing is only we are going to change the query, not the other s. So just copy it and you can paste it at the block of the update button. So I've already did it. So here I'm going to tell you guys the other things: connection, new MySQL connection, the connection string, the reader, MySQL data reader, and the try catch block the other everything will be the same. The thing that we're going to change is only the query. The query are the different things in the 3 buttons that I've shown in the form. So the query for update button is update database 3 is my database name, and database is a table name of my database 3. So set employee ID equals to a single quote. Inside single quote you should put double quote. Inside double quote you should put ampersand. Inside ampersand you should declare the text box name. So here in my case the text box name is text ID. You can see in my properties the text box name is text ID. So I just put it as text ID.text for the same case for the name, surname and age, where employee ID equals to single quote, double quote, ampersand. Inside ampersand you should declare the text ID. So now I'm going to show how update button is going to work. So I'm run the program. After I run the program, if you put any, for example, guys, okay, let me show you guys. Okay, for example, if you want to change the name over here, means okay, you should you just put the employee ID as 1 and name what you want to change it. So I'm going to put it Yubaasini Visvanathan, and surname is still the same. So here you can see the name is changed over here, right? So after I update, the thing will change over here. So my age is 20, so I'm just going to update it. After update it, the message box will look like data updated. So you have to click OK, and then you have to refresh it. So after you refresh it, you can see the difference. Over here, see, my name has been updated. Before this my name was changed here, and after I updated it become Yubaasini Visvanathan, that as I want to update it in my MySQL database. So now I'm going to stop it, and now I'm going to show you guys on how to put code in delete button. So as I said, the every other coding for connection, MySQL connection string, the other things in code will be the same, but the query will be the different. So you have to copy paste from the older one, and you just have to change the query. Query in delete case is very simple. You just have to put delete from what's your database name dot database, and if you choose one of the column of row of the database, means the other data of the row will be deleted. So here I have declared the employee ID. Here I've declared employee ID txt, the single quote, double quote, ampersand. Inside ampersand I put some text txt ID. So, and the other thing are same. So now I'm going to teach you guys by run the program that how it will work with my delete button. So in delete button, in my case, okay, we should wait for a while. Okay, for example, wait, I'll show you guys. Okay, actually I want to delete this one because the name is not proper, right, the surname. So I'm just going to change it. So you just put the employee ID, for example 4, and you delete it. So the data will be deleted. You have to just put input your employee ID, and other thing you don't have to input because we just declared the employee ID that we want to delete. So if you want to delete it, we have to delete. We have to click the delete button, so it will be deleted. So you have to click OK, and then you have to refresh it. So now you can see the data employee ID number 4 has been deleted. Okay. Yeah. mm, this is the thing that I want to share you guys on how to connect MySQL VB.NET and how to create button in it and how to connect it to MySQL. So thank you guys for thank you guys for lending me your ears and give your time to see my videos. Bye.